Did you guys keep training during the pandemic?
Yes, it's my life, so I had to have a small group. But in the beginning, for the first 2 or 3 months, the initial lockdown, even the gyms, I think everyone in LA at least closed down. Like unless you had like great friends and somebody had like some training that they could do in their backyard. But people were really worried in the beginning, like everyone was cleaning off the groceries and everything, and like it was a little bit nutty. People thought that like maybe you just contracted this thing and die immediately or something. So I think when they made the lockdown, like most gyms actually legitimately really closed in LA for those first little while. When they made the second lockdown, after they had that, there was like that little 2-week hiatus or whatever they did, and then they're like, we're going back into a second lockdown. A lot of gyms were of the mind that if we close now, we're never going to open again, right? So then there was a lot of like secret training going on.
With masks on.
Yeah, sometimes, right? Like, I know in Japan, they actually, my old gym at Carpe Diem, I would see, because I used to train out there all the time when I lived there, but they forced them throughout the whole pandemic, maybe even still now, because you still can't go in with the tourist visa. They're training full on, but with masks, which is like, you're like sweating into somebody else's eyes, but you have a mask on, like that's going to stop. It's bizarre, but it's interesting to see the way different countries and different people dealt with it.
It's kind of stupid, in my opinion, to train with a mask on because you're already in such close proximity. But that's just my opinion.
What's the mask doing? Yeah, for sure, at that point.
Well, what'd you end up doing, bro? Because I know you were opening a business also?
Yeah, it took some time to open, but I was fortunate enough to have people from the gym come over to the place and train. And, I still have some buddies come over once or twice a week. And, for the days I can't go, they train in the morning.
Wait, but you opened up a restaurant during the pandemic?
Yeah, well, we actually...
Wow, that's brave.
Yeah, we had a business in the lot, and then we ended up opening the other spot next to us opened up, and for some reason, I don't know why, but we just jumped the gun and did it. It's down the street from my house, so...
Well, I mean, it worked out, right? The pandemic's
yes.
largely over, and... if things are pretty much back to normal and you're still there, so.
Definitely adapted to it.
Yeah, that's good.
And I think you just started going to Jean-Jacques Machado's academy now, right?
Yes, yeah.
In Woodland Hills. Mm-hmm. But for them, it's masked off, like it's back to regular training, right?
It's now everything seems to be going back to the flow of things, and and more people. More people are, I think, just anxious to start training again.
Yeah.
See, I totally envision that, like people like injuring themselves, like it's a zombie movie because everyone's like out of shape.
Oh man,
or not training.
There's some truth to that too. Like most people did not train. Like a lot of people, even some of my black belt friends, didn't train one bit during the pandemic for 2 years or so, and then coming back to it. You lose your timing and your cardio, first two things that just go right out the window, and that usually leaves you after only about 2 weeks or so, right? So then 2 years of that, they're out of shape. Most people didn't do hardly anything. They hunkered down at work, or they're just watching Netflix to just pass the time or whatever, and they come back to training, and it's just like injury city. It's terrible. So it's definitely a bit of a growing pains getting back into things.